Hello, everyone. My name's Connor Glover. Along with me, as part of Team Indigo Marketing, we have Tommy Allen, Michael Ogilvy, Matt Thurm, Kyle Morley, and Beer Thurium. Next, we'll be moving on to the agenda. First, we will be looking at an introduction, then moving over to the market opportunity that we have decided upon. Thirdly, target market, positioning, market objectives, which is the 4 Ps, our marketing mix that we have developed, along with the implementation plan, and finally we will end with conclusions and any questions that you might have. Moving on, we have a little introduction. Throughout this course, we've had the distinct pleasure of working with Point3D, learning more about their fantastic business and how Spencer and Logan, the young entrepreneurs, run their company. We tried to focus on following the guidelines that were set both in the brief that we were provided, along with when we touched base with Point3D and were able to pick their brain. We believe that we've developed an excellent market opportunity that I'm sure you'll be excited for. Finally, moving over to the market opportunity, which we have decided upon, which is Sullivan's & Son, a Arnprior-based business that has reach all across Ontario and in large regions all across Quebec. Sullivan's & Sons was established in 1914. That means they've been in business successfully for over 100 years. They started as a family business and they still just stay true to those roots, having very strong family ties and having an excellent reputation throughout Ontario. Next, we'll be moving over on to Michael, who's going to be telling you a little bit more about the target market.
So the target market that Point3D is looking to pursue are clients within the Ottawa, Montreal, and Toronto area. The industries that they're going to be targeting are architects, engineers, and construction professionals. All of these industries fall under the industrial niche that Point3D wanted to lean more towards in order to secure a longer-term relationship with a higher budget jobs. So for Point3D's objectives, their marketing objective is to attract at least 2 additional industrial clients to expand Point3D's market coverage up to 10% by the end of this year. Their next marketing objective is to secure a strategic partnership with a small to medium-sized company that operates within the industrial vertical by the end of this year as well. Point3D's financial objectives are to establish a consistent flow of sales volume from the new industrial partnerships, which should double Point3D's industrial services revenue from $21,000 to $42,000 by the end of July 2021. The other financial objective is to increase short-term profits by 15% by the end of this year. Point3D's societal objective is to double the amount of random scans of kindness effort that Point3D offers in 2019 by the end of 2020, and to increase the awareness of the Random Scans of Kindness program by 75% by the end of 2020. Point3D's communications objectives are to increase brand awareness by an additional 20% by the end of 2021, increasing lead generation from existing clients by 15% by the end of 2021. And one big problem that Point3D has right now is the learning curve for the services provided. So what Point3D wants to do is increase the ways to allow for the learning curve to be lowered by 40% than what it is now, and they want to accomplish this goal by 2021. Point3D's product objective currently in place is to make an increase in revenue of 15% by the end of 2021. This will allow Point3D to continue to upgrade the camera equipment as needed to stay relevant and stay as the top virtual reality competitor in their niche.
For Point3D's distribution strategies, Point3D currently has a direct distribution organization structure. The structure is 2 direct channels with 0 levels. The 2 channels are through the website and in person, and there are 0 levels to each of these channels because they go directly to the client themselves. Due to this, they do not need to implement a distribution strategy to accomplish the market opportunity. For IMC strategies for Point3D, we recommend using the following 4 strategies: corporate advertising, personal selling, direct response, and digital marketing. For corporate advertising, we recommend advertising the fact that they are doing the Random Scans of Kindness program on various social media platforms and implementing a Random Scans of Kindness section within the website. Doing this informs the public about Point3D and their corporate responsibility efforts. This related to our communication objectives will raise the awareness of Point3D's business as a whole, their random scans of kindness program, and with the increase of awareness, it will help with lead generation as a whole for not only the random scans of kindness program, but for industrial clients. Paid social media advertising through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. The content will be posted on these social media platforms and will be about the added benefits that Point3D can provide to businesses. This relates to our communication objectives, as the paid advertisements will increase awareness to our target market. It is mainly about education, about the service and the benefits, which will in turn help increase lead generation. For personal selling, we recommend maintaining their current personal selling. It helps with customer loyalty and keeps repeat customers. This will be required when they are trying to secure a large industrial client, so informing the client about all the service benefits and features is sometimes required. For direct response, we recommend direct mail advertising, so sending advertising materials directly to businesses via brochures. This supports our communication objectives, as sending these brochures will raise awareness of the service and it will be educative, so it will showcase the benefits of the service to the customers, which will in turn help with an increase in lead generation. For digital marketing, our strategies would include an increase in Google page landing terms related to virtual scans, so such as 3D scanning, 3D tour, and virtual tours. Getting an increase in the amount of Google reviews, so getting companies that they have worked for in the past and the current, in the present and the future to post Google reviews once Point3D is done with the project and the end result is given. And implementing Google search features such as getting Google ratings under the site link. And doing this will show people who are looking for virtual tours and scans that Point3D is a 5-star scanning service. Refining and adding keywords to Point3D's website to increase page landing terms, and increasing social media presence by doing paid advertisements.
So now we're moving on to the implementation plan section of this presentation. We have made a table and separated it based on activities and objectives. So the first 3 objectives that I'm going to list are to secure a strategic partnership, establish a consistent flow of sales volume from the new industrial partnership, and to expand market coverage by up to 10% at least. The activity that will be needed to solve these 3 objectives would be to secure the partnership with Sullivan & Sons first. So what that would include would be to call Sullivan & Sons and explain to them the benefits that Point3D would offer them, such as increased project delivery times, which would then increase their revenues. The benefits from Point3D is that 1, it would establish a consistent flow of sales volume. So you'd be getting sales from Sullivan & Sons in the industrial vertical, and it would expose you to new industrial clients because you're working with Sullivan & Sons, such a big company in Ottawa. Doing this partnership would expand market coverage by 10%, we feel. The second objective would be to secure at least 2 additional industrial clients. We set forth this objective because, yes, securing a strategic partnership is great, but you rely on that company's success, right? And that's not exactly great. So the activities needed to secure 2 additional industrial clients would be to 1, co-brand and co-advertise with Sullivan & Sons on various social medias, such as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. These would be unpaid ads, but what this would do is it would expose you to their client base and other industrial clients, which would then hopefully gather more leads. The second activity is going to be to become a thought leader on the LinkedIn program, which is based on a demand generation strategy. And we'll talk on that in the next slide. Just hold that thought for now. The last 2 objectives would be to increase awareness of the random scans of kindness program that you guys offer, and to double the amount of scans that you guys offer. So to complete this objective, we basically just recommend that you promote the fact that you guys offer this scan on various social media such as LinkedIn, Facebook, or Twitter. This would all be unpaid ads, but what it would do, it should get the message out to potential people who would benefit from these programs, and thus allow you to double it and increase awareness. So now we're just going to be touching back on the part where we are going to be attracting 2 more additional industrial clients. So we decided to do this through a LinkedIn ad spend campaign. We're going to be trying to base this ad spend campaign on a demand generation strategy where we just create awareness directly to the target market who's going to be benefiting most from the services that you guys offer. So we decided to use LinkedIn because it has the most specific segmenting tools that allow you to reach the optimal B2B markets. So we decided to segment based on first company industries. And we decided to do construction because this is an industrial classification. And then within that, we decided to do with a job title such as project manager, construction manager, BIM specialist, general manager, and more, as you see that listed there. And the type of content they're going to be driving to them is how Point3D is going to be able to benefit their company with the virtual reality scans. So as you can see, with the more of the nitty-gritty of this ad campaign, you're going to be getting 560,000 impressions, which is a lot of impressions, but the most important part is going to be the leads. So let's just do some quick math. From the expression of interest, you said about for every 3 leads, you get about 1 sale. So we'll take the low end there. 32 leads divided by 3, we're looking at on a low 10 sales from this 4,600 ad spend campaign. And from the expression, you guys said that an average ticket price is about $2,000 for industrial. This would be about a $21,000 potential profit from a $4,600 ad spend campaign. This is why we've decided to think LinkedIn would be the best potential venue to attract 2 more industrial clients. And on this slide here, you'll just see a quick sample of an ad we've developed for content that we'd be pushing towards the target market.
So for our ATAR, our awareness is 40%, our trial is 10%, our availability is 5%, and our repeat is 45%, and our break-even unit is 6. So in dollars, $12,000 would be our break-even, and our big financial impact would be cost of manpower and cost of equipment. And for the proposed market budget, we have allocated 8,000 Canadian dollars media budget for year 2020 to support marketing initiatives, and are open to increasing and differing our market channel focuses as required.
Hi, thank you, Beer, for that lovely analysis. So now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our schedule. So first off, in the red, we have our marketing schedule. This would include researching potential partners, collecting data, designing ads, getting ready the pre-launch, as well as launching our ad campaigns. And we plan to do this in about 5-day blocks with 2 days for a little bit of variation in our employee's life. Next, we have in the purple, we got commercial scanning, we have industrial scanning, billing, and bookkeeping. So we tend to spread this out. We give them 2-day break with a little more just as the jobs come in. So we tend to do it at the start of a job, the end of the job, the start of the month, and the end of the month, just to make sure our books are in order. Then, in the yellow, we have our socializing. So we like to think of this as our charity event. We focus it all around Scans of Kindness as we really want to increase it. We tend to do these in the off days, when we're not researching and we are actually scanning. So this would include finding candidates, vetting candidates, and doing the actual scans themselves.
So now coming to the conclusions. So with all these plans, Point3D can expect to partner with several industrial companies, securing long-term relationships and high-budget jobs. This will guarantee Point3D's success in the future. Lastly, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for listening. This is me, Beer, and my team shining off. Thank you so much once again. Peace.